Well, looking ahead, the oil derricks in Kilgore might as well be radio towers this weekend as some of the state's best voices descend upon the City of Stars. Tomorrow, 20 people will be inducted into the Texas Radio Hall of Fame at the Texas Broadcast Museum. This year's class of inductees will join the likes of Kid Craddock, Ron Chapman, and Dan Rather. And considering the venue, the honorees and their guests should feel right at home.
When people ask us every year, how come you do this in Kilgore? I say, just come one time, see this amazing display, this Smithsonian quality display of radio and TV history, and I think there's a great show to be had for all.
And here's a look at the scheduled events. The museum doors will open tomorrow morning at 10 with the induction ceremony slated for a 1 p.m. start, followed by a party and a radio reunion reception at 3:30 at the Kilgore History and Arts Center, which is in the old Kilgore Post Office.